Hi guys, it's Sherry and welcome to The Eyes Have It. I've had a request on my Facebook page for a video about false eyelashes. I did first start using them about 30 years ago, so I have used them on and off for a long time, but I certainly don't consider myself an expert. But I can show you what I have, what brands I have, and also how I apply them, what kind of glue I use, that type of thing. Alright, so let's get started by looking at the brands and types of lashes that I own. Now these are all drugstore lashes. You might have a little more trouble finding a particular style of lash, but you can find lashes in any drugstore. These I have a whole review on if you look further back in my videos. These are the EcoTools Naturally Beautiful Lashes. They are quite natural looking. The problem that I had with them is that they have a very heavy black band at the top, which is not natural looking, and also that they are very, very straight, and I had a hard time getting them to conform to the shape of my eye. They kind of wanted to go straight like this. Two kinds of lashes that I got on a recommendation of some other people from YouTube, some other beauty YouTubers, when I was looking for something a little more natural, was the Wispies. These are all Ardell. The Ardell Wispies, the Ardell Demi Wispies, and the Ardell Babies. The Wispies and the Demi Wispies, they're pretty close. Now, you know, it's all going to depend on your face. These are huge on me. So while there may be some YouTubers who believe that this is a good everyday lash, for me it isn't. Babies, Ardell Babies is what I had been wearing up until a couple of months ago when I found the Kiss lashes. The Babies, let me show you a difference between the Demi Wispies and the Babies. As you can see, they're still long, but they're much less full and thick, and therefore they're going to look a little bit more natural. So I do like the Babies a good bit. But still, on me, they look big. And part of that is because, as I've said many, many times, I have almost no upper lashes of my own, and so people are used to seeing me that way. And then when they all of a sudden see me with lashes out to here, you know, it does look weird, and it immediately draws attention to the fact that I'm wearing false lashes. So on my continued hunt for something that looks a little more natural, I came across these in Walgreens. This is the Kiss brand. And this particular style is called Sultry. And let me show you the difference between these then and the Babies, which is the next step up that I have. Okay. So I have worn the Kiss lashes a couple of times. They are, without a doubt, the most comfortable lashes I have worn. Because here again, I don't have my own lashes, I'm not used to having lashes in my line of sight. So when I wear false lashes, it bothers me all the time that I'm seeing the lashes or feeling the lashes. And these I had on the first or second time I wore them. I had them on for an entire evening till bedtime. And I just completely forgot at one point that I had them on. Very comfortable. And that's comfortable for me. If I don't notice I have them on, that's comfortable. But I never, when I wore these, I never thought to myself, wow, I got these lashes in my line of sight. They never bothered me, which is great. Okay, so let me talk about the adhesive that I like. 30 years ago, when I was taught to put on false lashes, I was taught to use Duo. And this is the clear white Duo. This does dry clear, so I've never had a problem with the glue being seen. This has always worked for me, and therefore I stick with it. I will say that if you have this and you don't use it, you have to be careful when you open it up, because there's some oils come to the top and it can get very gloppy and separated if it gets old. So it's best to buy, unless you're going to be wearing lashes every day, it's nice to buy a smaller tube like this. You just need a little bit, and with Duo and almost any other lash adhesive, you don't want to put the adhesive on the lash and then right onto your eyes. You want to let it get tacky a little bit, and that is sort of the secret to getting your lashes on right. As for implements or tools to use to put on your lashes, some people use tweezers. There are some people who use a plastic tool that's specifically made to put on lashes. But the way I learned is by using my hands, and when I try to use anything else, it just takes me forever and I can't get it right. So I continue to use my hands, but it's completely up to you what you find easiest. Okay. I think I've covered just about everything I need to cover for now, and then I'm going to cut away and we're going to reconvene in the bathroom where I'm going to actually apply lashes. Oh, another thing with your Duo, when you're finished with your Duo, remember to put the cap right back on. Same with any kind of glue, adhesive. You want to put that cap right back on and keep the air from getting to it. Okay? Alright. See you in a few minutes. Okay, here we are. We're in the bathroom now, and we're going to start applying our eyelashes. I've got you close in here so you can see what's going on, okay? Got my Duo glue. Have a pair of black baby's lashes. And my pair of black Kiss Sultry lashes. Now, when you're putting on lashes, for those of you who do have lashes, you may not need to worry too much about it if you have really heavy lashes. But if you have light or sparse lashes, you might want to put a heavier upper eyeliner on than you usually would, and that will help to hide the line of the lashes. Oh, and I wanted to point out, when I say Invisiband, I mean that if you can look at this closely, you can see in between every lash. So that when you put that on your eye, if you have an extra bit of eyeliner, dark eyeliner, that's going to help blend all that in. I'm going to put my Kiss Sultry on the right eye. And also, after you've used them, you will sometimes see some buildup of glue here along the lash line from where you used it before. So the best thing to do is just very gently just pull that away. Alright, taking my Duo, I'm going to hold these by the lash, and I'm going to apply just a nice light bit of Duo. I'm going to have to pull this down in the light a little more so I can see. Okay, there you go. That looks like a lot, but it isn't really. I put it on there very lightly, it's just how close you're seeing it. So I'm going to let that get tacky. I've got this spot on my forehead that's from the hole in the blinds where the sunset is coming through. So if you're wondering what that spot is. Okay. Alright, here we go. Hope you can see this. Okay, so I'm going to line it up with my eye and kind of decide where I want it to start and end. And then when I have it about where I want it, I'm going to lift it up and check and make sure it's aligned with my lash line. And then I'm going to dab down. Yeah, I did actually get too much lash glue on there. It didn't seem like it at the time, but it is a bit too much. Okay. And you want to try to line it up as much as possible, especially on this inner edge, because if the inner edge is laying up on your eyelid, then it's going to make it even more obvious that you've got false lashes on. Okay, so That glue is still drying, so there's some whiteness there. But in a few minutes that will be gone. And if you feel it's necessary, you can always go back over the lash line with a dark line again and just give it a little bit more depth. Okay, so that was the right lash of the Kiss Sultries. So now I'm going to do the left lash from the Ardell babies. One of the reasons you want to wait till it's tacky is because you'll have to wrestle with it less if you wait till it's tacky. If you put it on there when the glue is really wet, it's going to slide all over the place. It's going to make it a lot harder for you to put it exactly where you want it. I think you can probably see that the glue on this side has dried now, and you can't see the white anymore through the Invisiband. And while it's drying, if it's bothersome to you to have the curl of the lash in your sightline, then you can just brush them up with your finger so that as it dries, it kind of dries up out of your eye. And some lashes are going to be too long or too short for your lash line. If it's too long, you can cut it. If it's too short, you can just place it a little further over. Now, normally what you would do, once you've got everything in place and dried, then you would take mascara and you would go from underneath your own lashes and you would brush the mascara up towards the false lashes. And basically what you're doing is you're combining your own lashes with the false lashes so that it looks all one piece, and so that when somebody's looking at you, they're not seeing false lash, natural lash. Okay, you want to kind of get them all together. Alright, so I think we're done. I'll take you back to the other location where I started the video, and then we can talk a little bit more about lashes. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. One thing I wanted to talk about is that when you take the lashes off, you got to be really, really careful. I always start with the inner part and pull off. Then you want to put them right back on the eyelash form that they came off of. And, put them around the form so that they stay in, your eye shape. Because you can wear them multiple times as long as you take the excess glue off. And you don't necessarily have to take the excess glue off at that time, but before you wear them the next time, you do need to take it off because it's going to, number one, get in the way of the glue drying, and then it's also, it might actually show up. Okay? If you have any questions, please post them down in comments. I'll be happy to see if I can help you. That's all for now. Have a good one. I'll talk to you next time. This is for you, Carol. Bye.